Hello, everyone. This is Ray Savich with Cambium Networks. Thanks for joining us for today's webinar on social responsibility. The webinar is being recorded, so we will be able to post it to the community and also social media sometime later today. And we will make the slides available to you on the community. You'll be able to download those. During the course of the presentation, if you have any questions or comments, please use the question and answer box in the dialogue section there on your screen, and we'll be able to answer your questions. Without any further ado, what I'd like to do is just get started here talking about our social responsibility program. And if you look on the screen on the right there, what that is a photograph of Jonathan Resendez. He's the guy in the middle, and his daughter is on the left side there. He operates a wireless ISP network in Carr, California. And many of you may know that from the huge California fires that happened last summer. His entire network, his entire WISP network, was incinerated in the California fires, and we were able to provide him free outdoor Wi-Fi equipment so that he could rebuild his network quickly. And to provide connectivity to the first responders, to the aid agencies, and also to the residents as they went back in. So what he did was he actually established a Wi-Fi, it's tough to say, at hotspot after the fire, and offered people free public Wi-Fi access. And you can see the CN Pilot E700 outdoor access point right above the blue sign there that says open. Actually, Jonathan was able to rebuild almost all of his entire network. And I think sometime later this summer, we'll get an update from him as to how things are going. But I think that particular case study really highlights exactly what we're all about with social responsibility here at Cambium Networks. Obviously, connecting the unconnected is what we do as a business, but from time to time you'll see that the people that are not connected sometimes don't have the means to be able to do that. And so what we do is actually provide equipment so that we can connect very tactical locations to make a difference in people's lives. Obviously, the recovery from the California fires was a huge and significant one, but there are many other programs that we do. And in the course of the next few minutes, what I'd like to do is just kind of go through those programs with you so that you're familiar with what we do. So our social responsibility programs actually break down into what I call three main sections. The first one is giving back to the community. The second one is celebrating wireless connectivity heroes. And the third one is what we call connecting you. And there on the screen, what you'll see is one of our giving back programs where we actually held a wire cutting ceremony in Pembroke, Illinois. And the person cutting the wire, the gentleman there, is the mayor of the area. And he's actually providing cutting the wire. And to my right, on the left side of the screen, is the local representative, Robin Kelly. Also mixed in there are people from the local community, the people who donated the connectivity, and also many of the other folks who operate the library, things like that. So before we get started, what I'd like to do is just kind of give you highlights as to one program that we're running that actually expires at the end of this month, and that's what we're calling the Canopy Celebration. We've obviously had more than a decade of wireless broadband connectivity. And what we're trying to do is share stories from each of our 4 business regions to highlight the most inspiring connectivity solutions. And those solutions would come in what I would call 2 flavors. The first one is a long-running network that created a a change in a community. So it would be a goodness project that connects a school, healthcare facility, or community center. And a separate category would be the ones that are innovative, where they've conquered something that has never been done before. And if you go online to our community, what you'll be able to do is see where you can click through to nominate people. What we will be giving out to these people is a recognition plaque and recognizing them on social media as well. So getting back to our first pillar, which is serving the community, what you'll see here is a photograph of when we invited fifth graders from McAuliffe Elementary School inside Chicago to actually come and create their own Wi-Fi access network and provision an access point. What you'll see there, a lot of the adults in the room are actually the Cambium Networks employees volunteering their time, skill, and knowledge to work with these young people so that they can understand Wi-Fi connectivity, not just as a user, because most people by the time they're in fifth grade have actually been users of Wi-Fi for a considerable amount of time, but also so that they can understand where that Wi-Fi comes from, how you can provision an access point, because Wi-Fi will be a major part of their lives going forward. Another school that we worked with is a bilingual pre-K through 7th grade school in Puerto Rico. And obviously Puerto Rico is still recovering from the massive hurricanes that struck, I think, a year and a half ago now. This is a school that's got 150 students in 3 classrooms. And I think if those classrooms are still in the portable building that was provided as part of the recovery process. And I think if you look at that center photograph, you could see some of those blue buildings that are the portable classrooms. The issue was, obviously, now that they had the portable classrooms, those classrooms did not have Wi-Fi, and one of our engineers took a sabbatical, volunteered his time and talents to go down there and install a Wi-Fi network at the school location so that the students could actually do homework, do activities, and continue their learning. Another project that we've done very recently, in fact, and it's going on this week because this week is World Wi-Fi Day. We worked with a company called GoZone Wi-Fi in St. Petersburg, Florida, where they've connected a 7-block downtown area called the Edge District, and they're providing indoor and outdoor Wi-Fi so that the businesses can have Wi-Fi during business hours, but when business hours are closed, what they do is they leave the Wi-Fi network up so that residents can actually have free Wi-Fi as they go about their business. So what you're looking at on the right side of the screen is also some of the performance statistics that we've seen. And we have been working with the mayor and also the business district to be able to promote Wi-Fi in the Edge District so that people can have this connectivity. We're active with this on social media, even just today, and the story has been picked up by Connected Cities magazines in England, so that as we go through World Wi-Fi Day, once again, we'll have a wire cutting there with the mayor and his representatives, and we'll do a short video on that connectivity as well. Other projects that we've got going in the works, we are connecting elementary schools in Africa. We are connecting a university in Rwanda. We are looking into flood disaster recovery as floods continue to affect the United States and also other areas. And we are connecting an orphanage in Canada. And once again this year, we'll be doing the Toys for Tots bicycle donation. And that's where Cambium Networks employees actually assemble bicycles. We ship them out to students and we deliver them so that those students can have a bicycle, which promotes good health, promotes responsibility and safety, and it's just a great thing for children to be able to have their first bicycle. Another pillar of our social responsibility activities is the wireless connectivity heroes. These are people who make a difference. And what they do is actually share their time and talents to extend wireless broadband connectivity to actually strengthen communities. We recognize winners each quarter, and each year we take a look back and select one of them as Connectivity Hero of the Year from those quarterly winners. Each quarterly winner receives a $1,000 check that they can share with the charity of their choice. And the annual Connectivity Hero of the Year award winner receives a $5,000 check to share with their charity of their choice. So for first quarter 2019, our two connectivity heroes were Chris Hillis, and that's not Chris, that's his dad actually receiving the award at a Wi-Fi Now event in Washington, D.C. And Roberto Constante, who works in Ecuador and works through the Rotaract organization, which is their version of Rotary, and they improve the lives of children. So what he was doing was donating Wi-Fi to be able to connect schools in Ecuador. Well, the connectivity heroes we just don't make those up. We actually rely on people like yourselves to go ahead and nominate them. And it takes really just a few minutes to do it. There's just one quick form where you put in your first name, your last name, your email, and your company, and then you just describe the activities that connectivity hero has been involved in. And what we do is at the end of each business quarter, we will take a look at all the nominations and we will select people who will actually be receiving the award. This helps their cause, it spotlights what they do, and it holds them up as an example to other people who should be, maybe inspired to do something in their own community. We will be closing out the second quarter nominations at the end of June, so that's about 2 weeks from now. And then we will be recognizing the connectivity heroes in late July or mid-August. The third pillar of our program is what we call Connecting You. Some people may know this as Cambium College. This is a free online self-paced learning program. You can just go to it by going to learning.cambiumnetworks.com. And it's really designed for people who are not familiar with wireless broadband technology, who may want to learn more about the technology itself. So that could be high school students, it could be college students, it could be non-technical people who work at a wireless ISP, or it could be just people who want to know more about the Wi-Fi that's in their home and their workspace. This year we have 309 people that are enrolled. 33 have already completed it, and we actually reach out around the world to all 4 regions. And the feedback that we've gotten is that this is very good. It's very difficult to find a place where you can learn about wireless broadband. They don't have classes in high school. They don't have classes in college. But yet it's such an important part of everybody's life. What we wanted to do was be able to make this free and easy and educational. So there are no prerequisites. Actually, it's a very solid program. And you could see that one of the graduates, Jay Cook, was very pleased and actually wrote his thoughts on it. So where can you find out more about what we do with social responsibility? You can look on our website, and literally we are at the bottom of every single web page. If you go to the bottom of the page, you'll find where it talks about cambiumnetworks.com. Follow the link to social responsibility. You'll see all the programs that we've done. Or if you're a visual learner, you can go to YouTube. We have a playlist right on our YouTube channel where you can take a look at the 14 videos of the previous activities that we've already done on social responsibility. What you're seeing there is photographs from where we connected an orphanage in Europe and provided connectivity for young people. Well, that's the update that we've got so far. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on future webinars, and also look forward to receiving your nominations for the people that we celebrate in social responsibility. Thanks, everybody.